Are you ready for a magical hack using Kami's signature tool that automatically pulls up a sketch field on your phone so that you can draw with your finger? And as soon as you press save, your signature or doodle will automatically show up in your Kami document. Before we dive in, let me just say, hi, this is Stacey Roshan, and this is one of my favorite Kami secret hacks to show people because there are so many applications. All you're going to do is go down here to signature, then click draw signature on phone. Grab your phone, scan in this QR code with your camera, or go to this URL. It tells you to add your signature in Kami on your phone, but you can draw anything. So let me just do a quick hello. Press save when you're done. And that's it. You'll see it pops up on your computer. Press the insert button and drop it in anywhere. You can resize it and it'll be available right there in your signature library. If you don't want to use it anymore, you can click the X to remove it, and you can do the same thing again. Draw signature on phone, create new signature, save, and insert. This could be great for having students do a quick sketch, even a math equation for all my fellow math teachers out there. So many possibilities, all using the signature tool, draw signature on phone. All right, that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. In today's micro tip, we are going to focus on accessibility in Kami. So let's dive right in. In this micro tip, I want to show you a couple of accessibility features in Kami. Let's start with the read aloud. You can see that it will read any PDF aloud, and it also goes word by word so that students can visually follow what's on the screen. Not only can you select which voice suits you best, you can also change the playback speed up or down. The next thing that I want to look at is the dictionary tool. You just highlight any word and Kami has a built-in dictionary. Did you know that Kami also translates? If you use a read aloud tool, you can choose a different language from the menu of options, and it will read aloud in the language that you've chosen. Finally, let's look at text comments. There is a voice typing tool built right in. Just press the dictation button and read aloud. You can see how well it transcribes, even add in punctuation. All right, that's it for this micro tip. Hi everyone, this is Stacey Roshan. Today's micro tip is going to be focused on the all-new media feature, which is the ability to add a photo right from your webcam. And that's what I'm coming at you from right now. So if I go over to add media in any Kami document, I can click on camera. And in my example today, I'm going to show a quick little example here where students can just hold up an answer to something that they have made. So let's go ahead and hold that up and use this take photo. And then you can move it anywhere. You can drop it in like that. I can even then crop it down so it can take off some of this excess here and here. Let's resize it larger. And that would be a quick way for students to be able to put in an answer to a question. Maybe they even want to add in a little bit of a voice comment. Let's go ahead and record that right here. Maybe they had a clarifying question for you. They could record that. Maybe you want them to add in a little bit of voice on explaining how they answered this question. They can do that right here. Let's go ahead and press stop. So now you can see that is attached to that photo that I made. So to quickly recap this quick tip, go to add media and choose this camera button. And here we are. That's it. Students can hold up their paper to the camera like that and take a photo, or I can do a little quick outro since I'm recording this right now and just say thank you for joining me for another Teacher Tip Tuesday. Please make sure to come back next week for another. Bye for now. Hello everyone, this is Stacey Roshan and welcome to another Teacher Tip Tuesday. In today's tip, we're going to mix in a little bit of self-care, self-love, and do some coloring right in Kami. For October, we'll use the theme of Halloween. Join me as I color in this pumpkin scene. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Today's micro tip is for my math teacher friends. Let's start by looking at Kami's equation editor. To demonstrate these equation tools, I thought I'd just show you a little example that I made. In this one, I would put in the main idea for students to solve a quadratic, and they would use 3 different methods to come up with a solution and summarize the connection between these 3 different procedures. I found this template in the Kami library, of course, and I just customized it for my own needs. So how did I set this up? This is just a text box, but something you might not have realized about the Kami text box is there's actually an equation tool, and that's how I create all of this. Let me delete this so we can do it together. Get a text box, choose a color, solve, and then go ahead and find the equation tool, and you can type in X. Use your standard math notation like the caret, and it's going to do a superscript. Now, if you don't know that, you can use this little menu here where there's the pi, and you can find symbols here. So here you would find the exponent. If you hover over, you see the helper text that is the exponent tool. And then you can see now I'm at a superscript. So I can go ahead and say like x to the 5th. If you know any LaTeX, you can also use that. Int for integral. I use this in my calculus class, so this works great. Now that's pretty fancy. Let's go back with the x squared plus x minus 12 equals 0 that I had, and then we can just move that around to make the box look nice. And then you can see here that I started with a text box, and then I put in 3 different equation boxes to solve using that method here. I made a nice big fraction. So let me dig into how I did this one, which is a little more complex. To make another line, I just pressed the enter key. Then I went back over and just typed in a new equation for each separate line. So if I wanted to recreate this line right here, I said x equals 6 over, and as soon as I use the standard / division key on my keyboard, I can say 6 halves. And then to type in or, just press the right arrow key twice. So you go back to text and then select equation again, and we have x equals -8/2. If I want to do a larger fraction like I did here, go ahead over to the FX. If you don't want to use keyboard shortcuts, again, you can go to the symbol palette, find the fraction right here, and start typing -b. How do I get the plus or minus? Here it is, right here. And then here's the square root, or I can just type /sqrt space b squared minus 4ac. Press the right arrow key twice all over 2a. Let me go to the beginning because I forgot to say x equals. So that's how I made those steps. And then for my graphical method, I just took a screenshot from Desmos actually to show this graphically. And then as the last step, to summarize the information, I would actually have students just leave a little voice note in the first 2 methods and have them explain the connection between the algebraic solutions and the graphical solutions and how they all mean the same thing. So there's a quick little bit of inspiration for using one of the templates in the Kami library for your math class and using the wonderful equation editor that's built right into any text box. You'll find it right here. In today's micro tip, I'm going to share some pro tips for styling your shapes and annotations in Kami. To demonstrate this tip, I'm going to actually go into the templates, choose Math, and here at the bottom, you'll find one called Shapes and Equation Tools. Go ahead and open with Kami. This is actually a great walkthrough for you to practice and if you want to introduce your students to some of the advanced capabilities with the shape tools, but I'm going to walk you through it today. So let's go ahead and pick shapes and let's start with Insert Rectangle. Here you can adjust the stroke thickness, you can choose the stroke type between solid and dotted, and you can pick a color. Let's go ahead and just use a navy blue. There's my shape. You can, of course, practice creating some more, but let me show you an advanced tip. If you go ahead and select the rectangle you just drew, you'll find some more functionality up here. For example, if you want to fill the rectangle in, you can fill it, you can change the color of the fill, and this is the opacity if you want it to be a little bit see-through. If I click this again, then it will go back to just a border. Let's go ahead and make it thicker. Now, here's one more pro tip. Let's go ahead and do another rectangle in red. And this time I'm going to actually hold the Shift key down while I'm creating it. And you can see when I hold the Shift key, it creates just a perfect square. So that's going to hold with all the different shapes that we create. Let's go ahead and select this one more time, and let's make this time, let's make it 6 point, and let's change our line to a dotted line. All those same ideas are going to hold with all the tools, and you can practice using the guidelines in this worksheet that Kami has in the template library, doing it with ellipses, seeing what happens with the triangles, and even a fun little activity to put everything together. I want to share 2 bonus tips with you today. Let me go ahead and insert a line separator here. Of course, if I hold Shift, it will create a perfect horizontal line. I can select that and make it thicker. And I have dotted and arrows. So I'm going to go ahead and make that dotted. Another way to actually make lines is to just use your drawing tool, and let's use purple here. If I go ahead and just start drawing a line, it's hard to make a straight line. However, if I hold the Shift key down while drawing with, again, that same drawing tool, it just makes my line straight. It doesn't lock it into a straight horizontal and straight vertical like the shape tool does, but that is a nice little pro tip for when you want to just use your drawing pen. With the drawing pen, go ahead and select, and many of the same properties are going to hold as with the shape tools. You can make it dotted, you can make it an arrow, you can put both arrows or just a one-sided arrow. You can do both arrows and make it dotted as well. Final tip for my math friends, sometimes you just want a blank coordinate grid, a piece of graph paper. My way of doing this is going to Add Media, clicking on Google Image Search, and blank coordinate grid is the perfect search term for me. You can pick one without a labeled axis or one with a labeled axis. Go ahead and insert your image, click to drop it, and there you go. You have a really nice coordinate grid. Then you can pull out your drawing tools and you can plot some points and use that nifty tip that we just learned. Hold down the Shift key and create your nice line. Let's go ahead and make that a bit thinner and put both a left and a right arrow on our line, and boom, we'll call it a day. Hi everyone, this is Stacy Roshan, and as we get close to the holidays and Thanksgiving, I wanted to share a quick little bit of inspiration for using one of the templates in Kami to have students do a little coloring activity, typing in a couple things that they're thankful for, and then further personalizing with a bit of voice, perhaps even video, and even adding in a little picture of themselves. I hope you enjoy. I am so thankful for my family, my friends, good health, and Kami. How many times have you needed an activity to engage your quick finishers or a task for a brain break? The Kami library has so many templates to choose from, and you can have students use the rich multimedia tools in Kami to take things up a notch. This is Stacey Roshan, and in this micro tip, we're going to dive into templates and I'll share some lesson plan ideas and inspiration around them. Let's take a look at one of these templates, the word search. You could have students use the read aloud and dictionary tools to learn new words. You could ask them to insert images to help them remember a new definition. You could even have them translate the words in a different language and then have students practice speaking aloud themselves using the voice commenting tool. I hope you'll be able to use some of these ideas in your classroom and personally. Remember to have fun. Bye for now. Did you know you can use Kami to combine PDFs, images, and PDFs, and also the opposite? Take a large PDF and select only the pages that you actually need. This is Stacey Roshan, and in this micro tip, I'm going to show you how you can easily do this all in Kami. When you log into Kami, you're going to see split and merge right here. So you can just open that up. You can select from your desktop by dragging in a file. You can select from Google Drive or from OneDrive. I'm going to use Google Drive and choose a PDF. So let's go ahead and combine this self-care planner from IDEA, Illinois Digital Educators Alliance. They're a wonderful organization if you're not following them already. Let's select that. And I want to combine that with another PDF. Let's grab this presentation that I gave on Kami. Now I have both documents loaded up, press next. And here you can pick and choose which pages you actually want, and you're going to combine all of them at the end. So now what you're going to do is any of the pages that you actually want, you're going to just drag them in here in the order that you want them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in all of the self-care planner pages. So that's my first 5 pages. And then I'm just going to pull in a couple of slides from my presentation. Let's just pull in 3 of them. Excellent. So now that I have that, I'm just going to export it and open in Kami. Continue. That's it. Now you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those planner pages. And then I have the 3 slides from my presentation. And you can do that same thing with any document. You can do it with just a large PDF file. And I wanted my students to only read the first 3 pages. You can just go ahead and you could have deleted the extra pages that you didn't want. It doesn't have to be in order. You can also rearrange the order of any slides if you have a PDF. You can combine as many pages as you want, PDFs, images, it all works. All right, that's going to be it for this one. I hope this was helpful. Bye for now.